Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Power of One. One small announcement. Apparently, my recording software and 7 Days to Die are not playing nice still. I tried recording another video and the whole thing crapped out. The video file got corrupted. So I will be taking that down to maybe one day a week if I can actually make it work. We shall see. I will be continuing with Avatar because there seems to be no interaction. So I do ask if there's any other games you'd like me to give a shot. Feel free to leave them in the comments. But unfortunately, this video is a little more serious. For most of my life, I have always tried to find the right words. I have been told by many people that I have an ability to do that. It's not as easy as it looks, and a lot of times this stuff rolls around in my head until I get it out, and then they just come out right. I will make sure to label these segments I have found the words, because I know some people don't want to listen. Some people don't have the time. Some people are trying to find their own words and don't want mine to influence that, and I respect the shit out of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, well, it's been a day. A couple of days, actually. It's January 7th, the day after the assault on the United States Capitol building. And I say assault because that's exactly what it was. There are videos all over the place of people breaking windows, bashing in doors. They assaulted the Capitol. There were explosives found on Capitol grounds. There were at least 6 weapons confiscated. There were only 13 arrests. Out of the hundreds of people that stormed the Capitol, 13. This is pathetic. Pathetic. I don't know. Actually, I do know. I can't say that. I was about to say I don't know how this happened, but I do know. And that's one man. Trump himself. He incited this riot at his rally in D.C. that morning. He told the people there to march on the Capitol. They did. And this is where we ended up. Now, due to the efforts of these misguided individuals, several congressmen and senators changed their minds. There were several challenges planned for the state electoral votes. 2 of them went through, Arizona and Pennsylvania. But there had been plans to do Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, and I believe there was 1 or 2 others. But all of the hotly contested states during the election, they were going to go whole hog. They were going to drag this out for days. That's not what happened in the end. And ultimately, all of the objections were downvoted. Joe Biden will be the next president. But it is sad what has happened here. I cannot even begin to describe what I was feeling all day. I tend to get hyper fixated when things like this start happening. I want the information. I want the truth, not just what the media spins. I deep dive into reports. I take a look at Twitter, but I try and fish the truth out of all the random stuff that gets posted. It's not easy. But while I was on Twitter, there are several people that I follow from across the pond. Britain, Ireland, Europe. And watching their reactions to what was happening was just as disheartening as watching some of my fellow Americans. I have a hard time describing it, but the fact is it happened. We just need to take the right lessons from it. Unfortunately, I see many people are not, because I see report after report from folks like Fox and OAN spinning the narrative that it was actually Antifa and not Trump supporters. And that is 100% horseshit. What we saw was the FA in Antifa. They're a little heavier on the ante. That's just a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. On behalf of everything I can sum up, I am sorry. Over the last 4 years, I know I could have done more. I could have spoke out more. I could have punched a Nazi or two. I did not do everything I could to change the world. I did not use my power effectively to combat these people. I take that responsibility. It will not happen again. And I highly encourage all of you to think long and hard about it and make that promise to yourself. We need to stop this from ever happening again. We need to open our eyes to the hypocrisy that's around. After all, this mostly white folk march walked into the Capitol and walked out of the Capitol. Could you imagine if that march was people of color? LGBTQ parade that went through? I mean, they'd leave the place looking fabulous, but seriously though, it would be a massacre. There would be bodies everywhere. But these white folk just strolled on in. That is the epitome of white privilege. I understand that. I hope you can too. And I apologize for this video that is a bit of a downer. But I needed to get these words out that I have found. So I will wrap this up by saying, use your power to educate people. Find out the facts and just let them know what really happened. Tell them. Educate them. Make sure they understand that this isn't a moment in history. As I saw a post earlier, the history books 20 years from now are going to be spicy as shit. 2020 and the beginning of 21. Let's just try and make sure the whole year is not like this, folks, because honestly, a lot of us can't take it. Give someone you care about a hug. Just make sure they understand you support them. And I will see you folks next time. Be a power. Please.